I don't know if they told you, Sean, but I'm a part of the Uncrowned crew, so I gotta pick a fight with you here. Why you ducking
All right.
GC, man? What's going on?
Listen, man, I had a baby. I got a fight. I wasn't able to make it to New York, but we're gonna make it out there. We're gonna make it out.
All these excuses, man. I can't
I
believe it.
know, I know, I know.
Pretty justifiable though. So yeah,
Yeah.
congrats on that,
Well,
by the way.
th thank you, man. I appreciate it.
How's it been so far? I mean, obviously, kind of crazy timing for you, right? With, I mean, having to
Y-
fight. I'm sure you haven't been around as much as you want to be. It's got to be a little complicated. How's it been?
y- Yeah. So, I had the baby too. We had the baby Sunday. I was going to take off that entire week from training because I just had a baby. He was going to obviously do what I needed to do. Then I got the call about the fight, and I was literally right back in the training. So yeah, it's definitely a crazy 4 to 5 weeks. I'm in and out training. My wife's doing the heavy lifting, making sure I'm getting my sleep, and yeah. So when I get home, it's going to be my turn to really be on daddy duty for sure.
Right, let it kick into high gear a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah, for sure. So it was good though.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. And is it too soon to kind of say if you're feeling already that dad Brady motivation? You hear the fighters talk about once they become a dad, it changes everything. Is that are you feeling any of that yet, or is it too soon? Maybe.
No, I felt it immediately.
Okay.
It definitely kicked in. Yeah, I'm definitely on the dad train of like it gives you an extra gear for sure. So I'm looking forward to putting it to use.
Would you say there's more excitement or fear about kind of settling in with the newborn?
Excitement, yeah, excitement. Like I said, after this, I won't have a fight that I have to make sure I get all my sleep for. So I'll be able to um, help her out and just do things a little bit differently. Because like the last 4 or 5 weeks, I really had to let her do a lot of the. I'm looking forward to just helping her more and just being more involved for at least a couple of weeks until I get back into the gym.
Right.
So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for sure.
Man, it's got to be like one of the crazier times of your life then, man. You get this massive fight with the former champ, the baby. The Eagles win the Super Bowl for a second time. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Congrats there,
yeah,
as much as I hate to
yeah,
say it. My
yeah,
roommate,
yeah,
massive
yeah.
Eagles fan, so I'm never going to hear the end of it, right?
She, my daughter was born 6/12 kickoff day. So
Right.
18 minutes before the Super Bowl happened, my baby girl came. So yeah, it's been a crazy couple. It's been a crazy month and a half for sure.
So I don't remember how soon they did the parade after, but I'm assuming you didn't get to go to that or anything.
The next Friday, but yeah, I stay away from big crowds. If you
Okay.
know me, yeah, I wouldn't have been there anyway. But we watched on TV and it was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Philly faithful are a different animal, right? So I'm sure that
Yeah,
changes things from a regular crowd.
100%. Definitely nothing regular about that crowd.
Did you see Howie get hit in the head with a beer can?
Yup. Yeah, it was my trainer, my strength coach is Lane Johnson's strength coach and personal assistant. So he was there and he said he was like it was wild.
Jeez, yeah, it looked like a
Yeah.
crazy scene, man. And that's fun.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about that too, Sean, because like we hear so much about the Philly sports fans with team sports and everything, and how insanely passionate they are. Where if things start going bad quickly, they'll kind of boo you instantly because they want that success so badly. What is it kind of like dealing with Philly fans? I know for you, like as a fighter, because you haven't had too many setbacks in your career personally, and haven't fought there since the early days. But do you, I guess, notice it from them in the same way, or is it kind of different for a singular sport like MMA, you think?
I think it's a little bit different. Like I think MMA is still getting a little bit bigger in Philly, so we don't have as much support as those other guys, but the people who do support us are real friends, family, and just true believers and supporters in us, whether we win or lose. As long as we go out there, give it our all, that's all they want from us.
And can you kind of feel like that championship energy in the city? Is that kind of another element that like fuels you going into this main? Like the timing's all lining up pretty
Yeah,
nice.
no, the time is lining up good. Eagles are killing it. I'm in a good spot, so yeah, I'm just looking to add on to that momentum.
How big would it be for you to get that fight in a UFC fight in Philly? Is that kind of a dream on the bucket list for you, man?
100%. We're gonna get them to come back. They haven't been here in a while, and yeah, I got a bunch of teammates all from Philly area, Jersey, Delaware, that are all guys who are in the UFC and deserving to be in the UFC. So I could fill that entire card with just my teammates alone.
That'd be awesome, man. Yeah, we're hoping for it. It's nice to see the UFC hit kind of these places again
Yeah,
too. So
yeah.
fingers crossed it's sooner than later. But I gotta ask you, man, favorite Eagle of all time? You mentioned Lane Johnson there. I'm sure you got some biases with people you know, but do you have a favorite all time you can pinpoint?
Probably Brian Dawkins, just because
Okay.
he was just a savage. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy one to go with.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine is T.O. I know that's a controversial.
No, no, no. T.O. was a Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. I mean, if you look at how much of a freak Michael Vick was, like
Yeah.
that was, yeah. So we've had some good ones for sure.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And things are looking good right now. So channel it into this weekend, my man. So, man, Sean, I don't know if you saw yesterday on the program on Ariel's show, but he had Leon on and kind of took a dig at you when he said that if Bilal can finish you, he definitely can. I'm curious if you saw that, man. It's kind of what you think he's overlooking you a little bit going into this fight, or how are you kind of taking the thoughts there?
Yeah, I didn't see that. I definitely stay off social media and everything like that during this week, but yeah, I mean, it's easy to look at that and think that, that was the worst performance of my career, and that Sean Brady is long gone and dead, and I'm a completely different man. So I think it dropped. I think it put that knocked out in that fight. Like ref stopped it. It is what it is. Leon got beat up for 25 minutes against Bilal, so I think that says even more about him. So yeah, and if you look stylistically of what other guys have done, I'm better than all of them, and a lot like Kamara was beating him until until he threw the head kick that was heard around the world.
Yeah.
I thought Kamara won the third fight after that too. So yeah, he's got a lot to say about other people, and then he goes out there and has a stinker against Colby Covington. So yeah, it's all right. It's all good. We're gonna see Saturday night.
Absolutely. And I think it's kind of fascinating though with your career, Sean. Like especially I feel like and you tell me from your perspective, of course, but the Bilal fight I feel like made you this perpetual underdog at least since then, or like the dark
Hmm.
horse of the division because you're still obviously one of the best guys in the division with championship potential. And like that's your only loss, but everyone it feels like you've been written off just because of that, which I don't
Yeah,
think is fair. Like
yeah,
how
yeah,
do you
yeah.
how do you view it?
No, no, same thing, but that's fine. Like I said, me losing to Bilal was the best thing that ever happened to me. I wasn't ready for those bigger fights at that moment, and that was God's way of saying like, "Hey, let's take a step back." But now I am. Now I'm ready for these bigger opportunities. I wouldn't be here in London if I had a perfectly good opportunity to say, "No, I don't want this fight. I just had a baby. I'm gonna stay home." And yeah, that could have been that. But I took this fight. I'm ready to go mentally, physically, I'm the best version of myself. And yeah, people can write me off, but we're gonna see Saturday night.
Was a little bit of pressure relief too, right? Or is that nothing you feel in general, or how's that with the pressure?
Yeah, 100%. Being undefeated carries a lot of pressure. Even going into this fight, I'm number five. Leon Edwards is supposed, obviously the betting lines they say I'm the favorite, but he's a former champion, number one contender. He's supposed to beat me. So the pressure's on him. I'm coming into his backyard, short notice. So the pressure's on him. I'm coming in here, and I'm going to go out there, fight my heart out, no matter what. I get my hand raised.
And with him, man, it's kind of interesting because we've seen, I think, an evolution of his game, over the years where there was a point where you could maybe say he was mostly a striker more than anything, but I think his takedown defense has improved a good bit, at least against these wrestlers that we've seen him fight in his championship fights. But I don't know, is there an area specifically you think that you need to look out most for against him, or I guess how do you approach him in that sense of where he's at
I,
with his skill set?
Leon's good everywhere. But he's not like overly active. He kind of sits back and tries to pick his shots. He'll shoot takedowns, which I hope he does. He'll try to grapple, which I hope he does. So, yeah, he's a great fighter, and I just have to be. I'm better than him, and I just have to be better than him Saturday night.
All right, love it, man, and yeah, looking forward to the fight. So I don't want to keep you too much longer here, Sean, but been great chatting with you, man. And before I do let you go, though, I got to get your predictions since we already talked about the Eagles a little bit. You think they can repeat? How good's next year gonna look, man?
I know we're getting rid of a few people, but not too much of our good talent. So I think a repeat is definitely possible. And of course, I'm going to say yeah.
Right.
So I'm hoping for it. I'm hopeful.
All right. As a Packers fan, I hope we can beat you this year, but that's just me.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll see.
of course.
All right, man. Well, best of luck. Enjoy the
All right,
time in
brother.
London, and congrats again on all the success and things going on in your life, man. It's awesome to see.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.